back in. So pretty much from here, throw some panels back on.
You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. Gorgeous morning. Previously, we got all the rasp bars in, and we're looking good. We got to put all the shields on now. Well, actually, we got to tighten everything up, but I'm gonna run get nuts and bolts for the shields, because in that chute box, which I wasn't even expecting, they had hardware for the rasp bars but not all the shields, and I'd rather put all new hardware on. Good peace of mind. But then we'll run through, snug everything up, and go from there. So we're gonna run down, probably go commandeer Robert's car now that it's running. He got out of here last night with it, and run to town, do a few things. Yes, I got to work on the pickup, but my priority right now is harvest equipment. So, which makes sense because, you know, this stuff makes me money, pickup does not. So, alrighty, appreciate you guys watching, and let's dive into it. Ran into Cobleskill. I actually went grocery shopping. Kelly's Farm and Garden just left there. Joel hooked me up. We got all the hardware I need to finish up the combine. Ran around, got some coolant, stuff like that. And United Ag and Turf actually called me and said, hey, all your belts are in. So we're gonna run up there, grab the belts. That way, by the end of the day, hopefully we can have that combine in a good place. Probably grab some filters for it too. And I'm excited. As always, Olight, great partner of the channel. They got a sale going on right now, 24th to the 26th. Honestly, we've been doing some late nights. You guys probably won't see all of it. Olight's been keeping both me, Robert, Isaiah, pretty much everybody going. So right now, 24th to the 26th, Olight sale. Some stuff 30% off. Great free gifts. Right now, Arcfield Pro. It's got both UV, regular lights, and the laser pointer. So you can point out things to people. Shouldn't shine it at you guys, but free gifts. We got the Skull Candy orange, and as always, something great. They are doing the keychain light, the iMini 2 in pink for charity, so breast cancer awareness. So go hit it up right now. Yeah, been awesome products. I know there's some people that say, oh, blah blah blah. Honestly, at the end of the day, as Isaiah said, he had it before, long before myself, and they just last. Something we didn't forget, but we haven't done yet. We got the old lantern from last month, I think it was. I figured I'd let all the comments come in. So we'll jump in the house and we'll actually pull a comment number out, and one of you is getting one of these bad boys. So got that hook up for you guys, but we'll dive back into working on the combine. When it gets dark, Olight's saving us. So appreciate it. Link is down below, and like I said, 10% off, Duffy 10. Check it out. Little old lantern time. Don't worry, there's a brand new one in the box, still wrapped for whoever's gonna win it. So there is 600 comments on this video, and what I got is a little app that pulls up a random number. You can pull it back up. So 1 to 600, right? Run. 162. Let me count up through the comments. Number 162. You're getting an old lantern. 100, 101, 102, 103, 104. No, Jer Store. These videos really make my day. I swear I'm refreshing the page so much between noon and 3 just to wait for the next one. Jer, you want an Olight? Send me an address. I said Olight. Old lantern. So this is headed somewhere. Send me your address. I just wrote in the comments for you. It is me. It's not fake. All right. We are back. We got all the belts we need for one side. Did get some Dygert's lemonade while I was at Kelly's farm there, and I gotta tighten things up. We got all the hardware. That's what I've been missing. I'm like, we went somewhere else. Got a big bag of hardware here for this, for the silo stuff. We got all sorts of things going on. So there's actually a sequence and a how-to based on Shoop's recommendation. So what we did, what I didn't do based on the recommendation, we took all of the rasp bars off so that we could easily reach in between and mess with stuff and be able to slide. So it took a little bit longer, but I'm very glad because I got the concaves all cleaned out and it should eat now. I did spray paint just a little bit there because I do not have a pen that would really show up. I should get a box of Sharpies. Yep, still need to put a whiteboard, but alrighty. So you snug up these bolts here that have nuts on the back of them. Then you get all your bolts in. Then you put the bolts that are coming through to the rasp bars here. You put those on. You tighten those all the way. And then you go back and you tighten the bottom. So this bar is done. We're gonna rotate around and keep going. I am friggin' sore from this. Hands hurt, back hurts. You're working up like this all the time. Got my step stool, but it is good. Last one there, we're back to the paint. So now we just gotta put the shields in. I wish I had got new shields, but they're in okay shape. Some of them have these little blockers across where they join just to hold them tighter. I did get all new hardware, so let's get after it. So I messed up. All of these are fine thread nuts and bolts, and I believe they're all fine thread. Maybe they're not. Maybe that's fine thread. I don't remember, but either way, there's fine thread and coarse thread. And well, these are a box of fine thread, and I went to get fine thread bolts. They didn't have enough, so I got coarse thread bolts and fine thread nuts. So we got to go back and get nuts. Got the correct nuts and bolts. Ran around a little bit. I did get a new magnet for us because, well, after I don't know how long I've had this magnet. 3 years, 4 years, maybe 3. Nah, maybe 2. Because after like 2 years of having this magnet, and you see all the JB weld holding things together, and this JB welded up here, there's no more magnet. That's part of why I haven't been able to just stick you guys to nothing. I haven't had a magnet for like 3 or 4 days, but we're upgraded. We got another magnet. Something just showed up too. Passed the UPS man on his way out. Let me set you guys down here. This makes us like a official, like big time grain farmer, right? It's the little things. We got ourselves a John Deere moisture tester. So now we can know where our corn roughly is. Got them all on except for that one. That's going to be the hardest one to do because you got to reach underneath and hold it, get it started, and then run it in. Once it's started, then it's okay. But yeah, every other one is on. They're looking good. I'm very glad that I'm excited to have that done. I'm really excited to have this machine and see what it can do. So I'll get that one cleaned up and throw it on. There's a bunch of people previously in the comments that was also worried about putting the filler plates back in and correcting me every time I said whatever I said, I forget now, plates and whatnot. Yeah, filler plates go in on this machine for every crop, based on everything I read. So I know they're different between different machines, but an 8820 is an 8820. So a lot of good comments though. Appreciate you guys in the comments, but we'll keep going. So there's 2 pieces, and they slide up, and really what they do is keep product from going inside of it. Shields. That slides right up in there. They didn't have washers on before, but I figure probably doesn't hurt, especially some of these, they start cracking or anything like that. Gives a little more support. So put that all on. think I got just enough hardware for that side. Got plenty of washers. Which, yes, someday we got to work on like bolt bins and stuff like that. Because we want to have, well, granted I used 56 bolts, nuts and bolts, so maybe we would have that many if we had a bolt bin. Maybe not. And this thing is pretty well balanced. That's a big part of it. So those bars are all balanced and everything else like that. What am I doing? Yeah, I figured the washers probably don't hurt. And then we just got to get the hardware underneath it, which might be a little more creative. And then from there, theoretically, the feeder house can go in. I don't know if you guys see much. So theoretically, the feeder house could go in. I do want to fix this hydraulic leak. I think it just needs a new clamp. Put that right. That way it don't move. Because when this thing starts to spin, better watch your fingers. I got 4 extra bolts. Makes sense because I got 60 of them. So maybe it was 56. But now we gotta slip our fingers up in there. I might try to. I don't know whose truck that is. Sounds good though. Tape the bottom of it. We'll see if that works to get the. Oh yeah, like a glove. Ish. It's okay. It's going. 1 on. Was there 7 on each? Yeah. Not half bad. We're still supposed to get rain this weekend, which I'm not looking forward to, but that means we can do some projects inside, well, in the barn and in the shop itself, and we do have to go get something. We got a few things we actually have to get that to make our lives easier. Well, one thing to make our lives easier, one thing to complete a project. I don't like when they get tight. Let's see, we got some wrenches, we got another wrench. Okay, Aaron offered to come over and help me. Tractor's been starting, you just can't start it in gear. So let me stick you guys somewhere. Hopefully we get this slid right in. You guys are lucky. I can answer some of the comments as we go. Previous video, a bunch of people said, oh, you put it on the head, you leave it there. That works great if you're on flat ground and you're not crooked or anything like that. Works really good. Or if you got help, because the pins and everything else like that as you lift stuff up. Yeah, using the tractor was a much better alternative. So you'll see we struggle a little bit because the machine's tipped.
I don't have flat ground. Someday I will have a nice driveway, or I will have a shop big enough to get the combine in. But, all right, we'll keep going.
They're working. No. Yanko just wants to party with them. They're laying on the ground, so he's like, hey, what's up? Are those pins any closer? What? The pins. They got the pins in the cylinder, so we're supported there. But on the milk crate, the pivot point, they just got to get the block in and little tap tap. Put 2 bolts in, put some panels back on, feeder house back in. Okay, it's back in. So pretty much from here, throw some panels back on. Honestly, for this side, we just got to put the panels and then do belts. And we got that big box of belts. You excited to do belts? Mm-hmm. And then this side, we got to do some reassembly. The bolts that I couldn't get off for that tensioner, or the nuts, I heated them, got them loose. Well, one came off, one didn't, and rerun lines. And that's really where it is. So big progress day. We're gonna go check some corn quick because we got a moisture tester. We're BTOs now, and just we need to stop and get batteries. I didn't think about that today. So glad these are out. We'll probably finish this up tomorrow. The other day we stopped over here and we actually checked out some of this corn, and I was like, ooh, we're a long way ahead. Right up here has a lot of ledge rock on this side, and then it gets better about a third of the way down, gets really good. And my expectations over here were minimal. I'll see if I can find that row that we opened Deere's up, because that was pretty impressive.
Was it 3 more in, right?
Was it?
I think.
I don't know. We got lost.
Oh wait. Oh, it's back there.
Huh?
Oh, there isn't back there?
No. But overall, really, really good corn for what it is. So, hey, leave them shut. Stuff's looking good. So, throwing the moisture tester already. My expectations here were a lot lower than the home farm as far as yields based on soil and how I fed it. Home farm has a lot more organic matter in the soil and more yield potential, but here I'm really not gonna complain on any of these years, and we'll see how it goes, right?
Yep.
Let's go check this one out.
That didn't sound good.
They're shooting at us? Alright. Been a quick minute. I've never owned a moisture tester, so we did get the new one. Isaiah said you had to get the John Deere one. Just works. Always works. So, put it on. Ways to test. We'll find the corn. Hopefully we're in low moisture. Stuff looks pretty good. Breaks them off. Granted, I think it's 2 points higher when it's actually done. So usually you'd be in the combine and you just take a scoop out of it, but I want to know where this corn is actually at based on where we're at right now. Oh, throwing it. That way I have a general idea of how far out I really am. Testing. Above moisture limit. We're in high moisture corn still. Okay, so we'll switch it back to high moisture and see. So there's two settings. You got low moisture and high moisture. There's high moisture. Test. $24. That's not bad. We'll test some when we get back to the home farm and see. We'll go down here and take a little bit off the right. Okay, we're on the other side of the pathway. This is seedway. That's channel on that side. Similar maturities. I did do 3 tests of that same sample, and it ranged from 22 to 24. So we're probably 25. Some seedway. Like I said, the beginning of this field is a little bit different. So we got 25.6 on that one. It is getting cooler. So we'll do test again, or let it stop, do test. So, a couple weeks, should be good. It'll be interesting to see in our plots what dries down quickest. Yeah, 25.6 again. So, right on. Alrighty. We are gonna go down and around, and got one other place we definitely got to test on the way back to see what it's at. This is always a great view. See how it is tonight. Oh, pretty good out there.
car running now that we
runs
fixed
good.
some things. Is there some corn silage in the road?
Yeah,
Hope so.
they dumped it earlier.
Everybody keeps asking when the corn's going to be ready, and clearly now you guys know an idea. Yes, we could combine it and we could dry it. I'm hoping with a frost, which we didn't get a killing frost this morning, so I'm a few days ahead right now as you guys look at this. But we're still clearly working on the combine. We came across some issues, and you guys will see in future videos. And there is something right there. So appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.